Okay, let's talk about lemon water. It is, without a doubt, one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do for your liver health every single day. Seriously, this is a total game changer, and pretty much anyone can do it. And look, this isn't just some wellness fad. The science here is real. We've got studies showing that making lemon water a habit can actually shrink liver fat in just a couple of weeks. And get this, it can lower markers of liver damage by more than 25%. I mean, that's a huge impact for something so simple. But here is the big question, and it's really why we're doing this whole explainer. What if the way you're making your lemon water is not only wiping out all those amazing benefits, but could actually be hurting your liver? So that's the problem we're going to tackle today. We're going to break down the most common mistakes people make so you can stop guessing and finally start unlocking the full incredible power of this daily ritual. We're going to walk through 4 key areas: how you prepare it, when you drink it, what you might be adding to it, and finally, the mindset you bring to the whole thing. Let's get this right. All right, let's dive right in with the first and, honestly, the most common mistake. It all comes down to how you actually prepare your glass of lemon water. You know, it's really a story of 2 extremes here. On one side, if you're just putting in a few drops, well, that's just lemon-flavored water. Your liver's missing out on all the good stuff, the powerful compounds in the pulp and the peel. But on the other hand, more is not better. If you overdo it, all that acid can totally backfire, causing stomach issues, reflux. You get the idea. So here's the fix. This is the simple 4-step golden ratio. We're talking half to 1 whole fresh lemon squeezed into about 8 to 12 ounces of water. Now, this next part is crucial. You've got to include the pulp and even some of the peel. Let it all sit and infuse for about 5 to 10 minutes. That's the secret. That's how you pull out all those amazing compounds that do all the work. Okay, so now that you know how to make it, let's move on to the second big mistake. Because it's not just how you make it, it's when you drink it that can make all the difference. So if you're sipping your lemon water with your meals or right before you eat, you could be messing with your body's natural digestion. It can actually dilute your stomach acid, meaning your food doesn't get broken down the way it should. And that creates this whole ripple effect of stress that goes right back to your liver, forcing it to work overtime. The key is finding the right window. The absolute sweet spot? First thing in the morning, on a totally empty stomach. Give it at least 30 minutes before you eat anything. This lets your liver soak up all those nutrients without any interference. Oh, and a little caution about bedtime. For some people, the acid can trigger reflux when they're lying down. All right, now for a mistake that can instantly flip this healthy habit on its head, turning it into something that pushes your liver in the complete wrong direction. I'm talking about the sweet trap. The second you add sugar to cut that tart lemon taste, all those liver benefits just poof, they start to disappear. Why? Well, because any kind of sugar tells your body to stop burning fat and start storing it. And guess where one of the main places it loves to store fat is? Yep, your liver. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because a lot of these so-called healthy sweeteners are actually terrible for your liver. Take agave. It's up to 90% fructose, a type of sugar that only your liver can process. Artificial sweeteners, they just add to your liver's toxic load. Even something natural like honey is still packed with fructose, so it's best to avoid it if you're really trying to heal your liver. So if you absolutely need a little sweetness to get it down, you really only have 2 great choices: pure organic stevia or monk fruit. These are the ones that work with your liver, not against it. And that brings us to our final, and maybe the most important mistake that stops people from seeing real long-term results. It all comes down to your mindset. So many of us treat things like this as a short-term cleanse, right? You'll drink your lemon water every day for a week, you don't see some miracle happen, and then you just stop. But that's just not how your liver works, and it's not how this process works either. The real magic, the real benefits, they come from consistency. You have to change your thinking from one-time cleanse to daily ritual. This isn't a band-aid, it's daily support for an organ that is under constant stress, day in and day out. Think about it, your liver is dealing with everything from sugars to chemicals all the time. It needs consistent help. The research shows that the benefits literally compound. You can see real improvements in just 2 weeks, but after 12 weeks of doing this every day, the changes become even more dramatic. The benefits just keep building on each other. So let's just lock this in. These are your 4 simple rules for perfect lemon water. 1, get the ratio and the infusion right. 2, drink it at the right time, first thing in the morning. 3,
skip the bad add-ins. And 4, make it a daily habit. That's it. That is the formula for success.
By mastering these simple rules, you're not just making better lemon water. You're learning a much bigger lesson: how to turn small, consistent actions into powerful health results. It really proves that simple habits, when you do them the right way, can create huge change. So that leaves just one last question for you. What simple habit are you going to perfect next?